One of the biggest things most coaches struggle with is how to create that signature high ticket program, that offer strategy that is irresistible to their ideal clients. Well, you're in luck because in today's training, I'm going to be breaking that right down. If it is your first time on my channel, hey there, I'm Pam Obasa, the founder of The Lucrative Lady. And on this channel, I talk all things sales systems, and strategy. And today's training is absolutely incredible because it is all about the right offer strategy to have in your business. You've met me in the middle of a series, and this is part 2 of a 3-part series. So if you love this, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification, and don't forget to check out part 3. So let's dive into part 2, the offer strategy.
Part 2, right? Phase 2, the offer, really quickly. So there are 3 elements that are crucial to creating the right type of smart and scalable and coaching offers. So here are some of the mistakes that I see people making when it comes to creating their offer. Number 1, their offer doesn't solve a big problem. It's not positioned as a new solution, right? There's no clear benefit to this offer. And it's priced too low, or it's priced too high for their niche. They're targeting the wrong type of client, and they have no sales system in place. Here's another one, yikes. They're giving away too much information, therefore attracting freebie hunters. Have you been attracting freebie hunters? It's because of this. So why is this important? With your signature offer built for conversions, remember this is the key. You can literally name your price and people will buy. No more beating your price down or haggling about your price. So let me do a quick mini training on signature offers, right? There are 3 key elements that are critical to creating the right type of smart and scalable coaching and consulting offers. The first is the problem. The second is the message. And the third is the transformation. You need these 3 key areas when it comes to crafting your offer. So problem, let's talk about that. Problem, right? Intent-based marketing starts with a problem. What does that mean? It means that before anybody can even click on your link to book a call with you, right, they must first have a problem. You've got to know what that problem is in order to use your messaging to attract them. So look at these colors. The yellow is no problem, little problem, big problem. Here's the truth. Right? We get paid for solving somebody's problem. So let's break it down, right? Let's say you attract somebody who has no problem. You get on a consultation with them. The reality is that they probably not show up. And if they do show up, they'll pick your brain for free. It'll be time wasted and there'll be no conversion because they had no problem. Let's say you attract somebody who had little problem, right? So they put their hand up, I have a little problem. Can you help me? You get on a call with them. You're going to have a low show-up rate. That means that they might show up or they might not show up. Who knows? And even if they do show up, they're going to pick your brain for free. It's going to be wasted time and you're going to have low conversion. So you may close the client, but it'll be really low conversion. And then the third is somebody who has a big problem. This is the type of person that you want. When you get them on a call, this type of person has a high show-up rate because they've got a big problem and they're ready to solve their problem. They're also ready for transformation and there is a high chance that they will convert. That means that they will enroll in your offer. So can you see how it's very important to really go after people who have a big problem because you're able to help them to solve their problem and they are the ones who are ready for that transformation. So number 2 is your message. The goal with your message is to create messaging that leads to sales. This is very important. So the signature offer launch content strategy here is that you use the message in your content to help your audience to raise their hands, right? So if you look at the figure on the left, that's your audience, your ideal client today. Right at the other end of that is them with their hands up going, yay, transformation, thank you very much. Do you see that? What you have to do is between where they are right now with their big problem, you've got to use your free content to attract them in order to pull them into your transformation. You do not give the transformation within the free content. You pull them into the transformation, right? And into your paid offers. It is from that free content that they go to your paid offers. So let's look at some content strategy ideas. So magnetic content strategy number 1 is your backstory. Remember earlier I talked about your story and how to use that to create a wildly successful coaching business? Well, this is because you're going to be sharing your story in your content, right? So this is one of mine that I shared on social media. When you use your story, it is one of the most powerful things that you can have. And we all have stories. I want you to know that you have stories. So I want you to always think, how can I share my story? How can I keep sharing it in different ways? How can I share different parts of my story at different times, right? So your free content when it comes to sharing your story is, for example, here's how I got started. Here's what didn't work. And here are some of the mistakes that I made. However, in your paid content, you're going to show them step by step how you got results, so that they can do it too, right? Do you see the difference between free content and paid content? Free content is, here's how I got started. Here's what didn't work and what mistakes I made. However, your paid content is, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to teach you, right, what I did to get results. That's the key difference between free and paid content. And this is how you can use your content to get paying clients. Here's another content strategy. This one, I call it the top 3 mistakes. And this is where you're going to share a post. This specific one was a live stream that I did, where I shared the top 3 mistakes that coaches were making, right? So how do you segregate your free content from your paid stuff? The free content is, here are the top 3 mistakes that you're making in your business, for example. In your paid content, however, you're going to show them step by step how to fix those mistakes. So can you see how we save all of the transformation for your paid content? Content strategy number 3, I call this the turn up the heat content strategy. This is where you share a post with a call to action. So this is something that we shared when we were launching our YouTube program, right? So you're going to turn up the heat. So in the free content, I was really turning up the heat and saying, sitting on the fence, here's why you should take action now. So you've got to have free content that really turns up the heat and that drives people to take action. Your paid content, however, says, here's how I do it. So when they come into our YouTube program, they get to learn how to really monetize YouTube. We're going to be showing you the how inside of the paid stuff. The problem that a lot of coaches are having is that they are giving away a lot of stuff that they should save for their paid stuff. They're giving it away free. They're not finding the right balance between the free stuff and the paid stuff. This is a huge problem. This is Tendai. And she sent this screenshot, and when she nailed her strategy, just like I'm teaching you right now, she sent me this message and she said, oh my God, my funnel is filling up like mad. She started getting lots of people reaching out to her, wanting to find out more about what she does, simply because she nailed the balance between free and paid content.
Thank you so much for catching this video. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is a segment, a part of a series. So before you go, I want you to do 2 things. Number 1, I want you to comment below this video and just let me know, what is the one thing that you are struggling with right now in your business? What is the one thing that you're struggling with right now? I respond to all comments, and I even share a specific strategy to do with your specific struggle. So don't forget to do that. And lastly, don't forget to check out this playlist that has all the other training within this series. And I'll see you in my next video. See you there.